Hey, what's going on? This is Robin Williams from therealrobinwilliams.com. Welcome to this video, and I'm going to be shooting a video talking about Canva and how you can use it to design in your business, community, maybe you're at a church, whatever it is you're using Canva for, you'll be able to design that. So stay tuned. I just want to throw this out here before we even begin, is that by the end of this video I'll give you a little bonus training on how to market your Canva design. So basically you may be putting it on your website, or you may be using it on social media. Whatever it is, a lot of times some of us need help on how to market that content. And I don't care if you're not in business, maybe you're in community involvement. It's the same for community involvement. You want people to notice you, or whatever it is you got going on, you want them to get involved or participate. You definitely want to know how to market it, whether you're in it for profit or you're in it for a nonprofit organization. So definitely stay tuned to the end of this video. So I'm going to give you a cool bonus. Alright, so what would you be using Canva for? So Canva, basically, I'm an internet marketer. I love marketing on the internet, and images just help liven up the place, as you already know. I'm not going to dive too much into why you should use images, but I use it for my website. I use it for my social media accounts, Facebook, Instagram. You could also use it to design flyers. Maybe you have some things that's not online and you want to design some awesome flyers, print them off, and you know, advertise it within your community. There's so many different things that you can use Canva for. Most of the time we're probably marketing something or making something look pretty, right? So Canva is awesome. It's really easy, so do not be deterred from starting it based on what you see here, or if you're not really a techie person. It's darn near, or if not exactly what you see is what you get, right? So there's nothing too crazy about this. It's just awesome free content with some paid options. So if you're wondering, hey, is this going to cost me money? If you want it to, or if you see something you really want to use and it costs money, then it can. But I have never spent a dime on Canva. I don't know if I'm embarrassed to say that or not, but I just never felt like I really had to. So I'll show you the free the versions, and you'll see how you can, you know, purchase stuff as we go. So let's dive into it. If you don't have an account already, just go to canva.com, grab an account, you know, put your email in there and everything. It's real easy. I'm not going to go over that. And then once you go into canva.com and you're logged in, you'll see you know, you have a sidebar and a top option to use templates. And you'll also have an area that is probably blank right now, or may have, I don't know if they use a starting image there, but once you build different images, they'll pretty much show up down here for the different images that you create. So what I'm going to go into next is I'm just going to kind of tell you how you can set up your Canva so that it's easier to design pictures later on. So say for instance, if you have a brand that is surrounded by like a couple of colors, maybe pink and white, or red and yellow, whatever it is your brand colors are, you can set Canva up to be more convenient for you later on as you build your content. So over here on the left, you can just simply click on create a design. I literally never use this, but you can create a design and it'll take you to a template. And this is what I love about Canva, is that even though it's made for you to design custom-made stuff, I also love how, one, it allows you to use templates, so whatever best fits what you're doing, and two, they're templates. So if you don't know how to design really well, you can start off with a free or paid template and go off from there. So basically you'll edit the words, but everything is designed beautifully for you already. So you can create a design over here, and you can literally look at the different type of design. So they have recommended for me. I don't know how they come up with that. Maybe it's something based off what I use, but they also have a social media post if you want to design specifically for Twitter, Pinterest, Facebook app. You have documents, so like if you want a US letter document, presentation, they have all those types of templates here. If you're into blogging, maybe you have a book cover, desktop wallpaper. So you get the picture. All the templates are here. I'm not going to go through all of it, but that's how easy it is. So if you want to design something, I highly recommend that you figure out what it is you're designing. So you have a card here, invitation, and figure out what the best template is for you. And then once you click on it, it'll open up a new window, and it could start off with a template or a blank design, depending on what you choose. So for here, it's a blank one. It's the size is what I chose basically, and I can click on the template here. We won't go too much in depth here because we'll get to this section later, but it's pretty cool. I can't help myself. I'm just gonna click on it. So like if I was horrible at designing and I wanted like something for my coffee shop or something, I could just click on this and look at that. That's easy. We won't go too far into that. I'm going to go back to this page here, the page that you will land on when you log in. And excuse me, as the sun is going down, I'm getting darker in here. I got the bright light back there. It's going to be looking crazy until it just like goes down completely. So like I said, once you log in, you have your account information here. Basically, you can upgrade. It's just saying it's me. I never go in there. You can go to, let me close this here. So all of that was your design creations. You can go to all your designs, which is right here. You don't have any yet, probably. You can go to share it with you, which I have a couple just because I had a couple clients that just sent me stuff here. However, most of the time people don't use this. If you're like in a business where people want to share things with you, or you share things with them, then yeah, you might have some stuff in here. But that option is available. If you need to collaborate with people that's, you know, not there physically with you, they can share things over Canva. You can create a team. That's the same thing. Basically, you'll create a team that'll be able to go in there and design. I don't have team members in here, but basically you just plug in their email addresses. Then you guys can collaborate. I don't know how deep you want to go into Canva, but I'm good. Like, I don't have a team in Canva. I just struggle with my designing skills. Your brand. This is a cool part that I really think a lot of people should set up before you get started. So if you don't mess with anything, definitely mess with your brand. Here, the free option is basically you can create some brand colors. So right here I have a blue and a set blue and an orange that matches my website, therealrobinwilliams.com. And so what you can do is add the same for you. So add that now, because as you're editing your pictures later, you'll be able to like select those colors for your fonts or your background. So whatever it is that you want to do is very helpful. They got an option to add logos. I will tell you this, that I think you have to be a paid member or something. I'm not sure. So Canva for work users, okay. So I will tell you this, that even though this option is not available, you should be able to upload a logo later on. We'll cover that. And if you go to a website like logomaker.com, let me see if because maybe you're wondering if you could make your own logo. Like, how do you make a free logo? It's a free logo maker. I won't go over how to design in this logo maker. However, I want you to know that it is an option for you to create a free logo. And let's see, hurry up. You go out here, you design it, you download it. Let's see. Let's add text. I'm not going to design it. I just want you to see, because I'm not sure if you can see the URL address, MAKR, and it's MAKR. It's spelled weird. You want to go there. Let's see. Hopefully you can see that. So logomaker.com. My M. There go my M. So logomaker.com. That's how you spell it. Definitely check that out if you need logos. I just want to throw that out there. But the area where I was at, the rest of it is like paid stuff. If you wanted to be a paid upgrader or whatever you want to call it. It even goes as deep as the font. So I think that's pretty cool. Like, if I have a font that I really like, it'd be pretty cool to have that readily available instead of trying to remember what font you use every time you go in there. So that's this area. You can, you know, establish your brand, colors and stuff like that in there. It's pretty cool. They have a templates area. I don't really go in this area either. However, it is cool for you to go in here to design some templates if, you know, to design using some templates if you really don't have the skills to do so. Personally, I haven't really found the need to use it. Will I use it in the future? Maybe, but I think it's pretty cool. You got an itinerary planner, what's cooking, deli planner. This is pretty cool, like a little deli planner. You can create a template. Let's see, use this template. I wonder if this one is free. Let's see. So use this template. Man, this is pretty cool. Can you edit this bad boy? You can edit it. Yeah, you can edit the text. I don't know if you can see. Let me try to zoom in. But you can edit the text. So this is how Canva is pretty darn cool to be free. Like, I don't know if you understand the value that they give you, the cool content that they give you. It's pretty cool. I think you can change it up, replace content, replace. You can change it up too once you get it. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to close. I'm not going to close it out. I think I have to hit the back button. All right. So that's the template there. Oops. I just clicked on it by accident. That's templates. You can go in there, find your templates. Here you can organize your stuff. Maybe you have a website or you have social media posts. However you want to organize it, you can easily create a new folder. I'll just call this Robin. Not creative at all. Okay, the creative juices are not flowing here. Basically, create folders however you want to organize it. And once you go to your designs, you can tell your design to let's just tag this. Where's my tag? Sorry, tag this picture. No, not make a copy. Just a second. Hold on. Here we go. How do I tag it? Oops. All right. I forgot how to put it in the folder. Make a copy. No, I have some tags in here. Just a second. So let me look at. I had a client. She has a tag, and I'm wondering if I keep. Let me click on this again. Nope, this is not it. So I have a tag here, and I'm mad that I can't remember how I added this. So I don't use my folders, as you can see. But it's a way to add these photos to different. Nope, I didn't want to make a copy. Oops. All right, I'm going to skip that. Hopefully it comes to me before, but I just thought it was a cool way to organize it. I don't want to put you to sleep in this thing. All right, so we went over all of this. Obviously, you have a trash bin. So let's say, for instance, this little brown wood thing that I created. It's not really anything. I can move that to trash very easily to clean it up. If you have, you know, some old stuff you wanted to get rid of, you can just move it to the trash, right? All the stuff I've been playing around with. All right, so this is basically the front. It's pretty cool. You got upgrade options if you choose to do so. That would be up to you. But now we're going to get into creating designs and the options that they have inside of Canva. So let me. Oh no! Before we do, I would like to kind of emphasize how important it is for you to know the size that you need for whatever it is you're designing. So for instance, if I'm uploading something on Facebook and I'm using a Facebook header, I am literally going to need to know what size looks the best in my Facebook header. If I want to put a Facebook profile picture, I need to know what size that is for the Facebook profile picture. The reason why you want to know is because it's there for a reason. The size looks the best in that particular size. Obviously, you have a lot of different options that you can pick, and they already have it here. But I recommend you Googling, you know, like best size for best photo sites for, let's just say Twitter, right? And then most of the time it's going to come right up at the top, right? You can see, so it's 1024 by 512. And once you get that size, you can go here to more. Oh, excuse me, not more. More give you more options to look at. You go to use custom dimensions, right? You click on that, and then you'll do, well, I forget the exact number, so I'll say 1024. Might have been 512, but you'll put in those pixels and design, and you start off fresh with the right size, because you don't want to create something and then have to start over because you just used the wrong darn size. And you may even, if you're not sure if it's going to look good, you may even just do something real quick, create it. Don't put a whole bunch of work into it. Just do like a background or some words or a picture or whatever in there, and then test it on whatever the platform you're going to use it on before you put all your blood, sweat, and tears, you know, because Canva will do that to you. So just kidding. Now that we created a customized size, basically you could test design. You could name it. Personally, as you can see, I'm still not creative. So people who are not creative come up with test design. However, just rename that in case you want to go to it later and you can easily identify it. Most of the time you can easily identify it by the picture that you created. But once you're here, the fun begins and you're starting fresh on your Canva, right? So you can literally start off with your background. Let me see here. Make sure I didn't miss anything on my notes. But that templates. Yeah, we're on track. We're on track. Told you about logo maker, sidebar, on edit page. This is where we at. All right, so we here. We want to start off with a fresh one. If you're using a template, it won't be too fresh. You'll have some stuff there. You'll just have to edit it. If you decide to use a template, you should still be able to follow how to edit everything on that template, should you choose to use it. But it's all the same stuff, really. So here you have your different layouts. I don't mess with the different collages, but they're there in case you want to. So like if you want this to be split up in 3 different sections, that's cool. You can mess with it, but most of my stuff I'm just going to stick with this. Just the one layout. The background is something that I wanted to touch base for next, because we have backgrounds in here, but basically you want to start off with that first if you're designing in Canva, because it just kind of sets the tone for everything else. All this stuff looks really girly. I'm not a girly person, as you can see. They got some weird looking stuff to me, but you can pretty much use different backgrounds. And this is when the just a second. So when I changed the layout, it kind of added a layer of I think an option to put pictures there, and that's why it looks like a little canvas layout. So literally I had to delete that just in case you're wondering what was going on. But the backgrounds, basically you just click on there and you'll have different backgrounds. Colors come into play. You know, I don't like a lot of these designs, but Canva has some cool stuff out there. Don't be discouraged if you don't like it either. Some of them I like better. So like this one I like better than that. It just looks dope to me. I love that clean, sleek look. However, it depends on what you're using to design it. I'm not going to literally design a picture right now because I don't want you to be discouraged by my design. I have to work at my design, and I won't be able to do that if I'm trying to just willy-nilly show you the different things that I have to use in order to make it. You'll get it. So let me keep going. All right, so right here you have the different backgrounds you can choose. So free and paid. This is where it gets to the moolah, right? You have a ton of free stuff and you have a ton of paid stuff. Now, should you choose to design using the paid things, you'll be charged. Like most of the things here is $1. Um, but like you see here, I have these little canvas lines in there. It's because once I download it, I'll have to be charged in order to use that Canva. But should you choose something and you don't want to choose it because you don't want to pay, you could delete it off of this canvas. But you'll be able to, I think you could pay for it before you start designing so you can actually see what you're designing. But I just want to put that out there. The paid options works with the backgrounds. They work with the icons, all that stuff we'll get into later. Just know that it's going to be free and paid for just about every section we hit over here. So, which is still pretty cool. I'm glad Canva. You can see the difference between the free and paid, right? It's a little cheesy. Yeah, and then you get to nice, cool backgrounds, right? So you get the idea, depending on what you want to do. If it's something that you really want to utilize, maybe for your business, or you really want it to look good, then you might just want to invest. So I'm going to delete that background off of here. Uploads is pretty cool. So say for instance you have all these little pictures right here, and just say for instance you have some of your own awesome pictures. You can upload your pictures. You can use them as backgrounds. You can put them in little picture frames. We'll get into that. But basically, you see I have a whole bunch of selfies because I use my pictures for my blog and my YouTube videos. But you can put all different type of pictures here. I have some pictures of some past clients in here that I use. So you just have a whole bunch of uploads in there. Some different projects that I was working on. So basically, if you have some cool pictures, you simply upload them here. It's a really quick drag and drop. Let's see if I can get to some pictures or something. Let's see. It's a really cool, I think this is a picture. So all I would have to do is drag this right there, and it uploads to the top. So the most recent uploads are at the top right there. So I can use it, and actually I downloaded that picture from Canva. But it actually just shows up right here so that you can utilize it for your design. So whether you use it for, like, you just click on it and it'll appear here. And let me see, am I in the way? I can't tell. My eyes. I think I'm out of the design. Hopefully I am. But you can literally take a picture. You see it doesn't really keep the size, so that wouldn't be a good example. But you can literally take the picture and use it as a background, right? So that's pretty cool. So if you have a cool picture, I'm just clicking on this and deleting it. If you have a cool background picture that you want to use, let's try this one, right? What you can do is, you want it to be a good quality, especially if you're stretching it out for a background, because you don't want it to look grainy or bad, and you don't want the quality to look really bad. And you wanted something that'll fit nice in here, because as you can see, this one is a little bit grainy. It's not meant for the background here. And it's, as you can see, you cut off a lot of the picture, and the more you stretch it, the more picture you cut off. So you want to make sure it looks good. So quality, and to make sure it looks good once you spread it out to the size of the picture. You simply use a background. So if I wanted to put some text or something here, I could do that. And I'll just leave that here for right now, and we'll see how it goes. All right, so we went over a little bit of layouts. We'll wait for elements. I'm gonna show you the text. So text is pretty cool, pretty simple. You find the text. You got free and paid in text too. The little corny ones might be free, and the nicer ones are going to cost money, right? So basically, you can scroll down here and look for different. Actually, it has some pretty good font. In fact, a lot of this. I wonder if all their text is free now. I don't know. I haven't seen any that cost money yet, but a lot of this is cool because you'll be able to start off with almost like a text template. So in case you're not good in designing your text, freestyling it, you can look and see what would fit your design the best. Try to eyeball it a little bit from the sidebar and then click on it. So boom, I could just click on that and add my text. Now, I'm going to leave this text here. I know it look a mess, but I'm going to get into how to make it look better on your pictures shortly. But that's just part of the text portion. I'll show you how to design it, how to change it up. Sometimes I think my computer is slow and I'm trying to click on it and drag it, right? Text. So at the very top is like a basic header, like a H321. I probably shouldn't use that as an example because if you don't know how to build websites or if you don't know anything about HTML, you're probably like, what the heck is that? It's just big header, medium header, small header. That's what I should have said. And you can easily add that into, like if you wanted to. You can just click on it and add it versus getting a template type header. Now, this is funky. So I had to click out of the picture area, hover back over the text, and it always happens, but it's very annoying sometimes, and drag, like click and drag it back up to be able to move it. And once you start clicking into the text, it's hard to like try to drag it once you know, most of the time it's hard. Of course it worked that time. So that's the text right there. We'll get into editing, color, and all that stuff. Real easy, simple stuff. Now, elements. Elements is pretty cool. I use it fairly decently, but I don't use a lot of it. So you have free photos. They don't have a whole bunch of it. But remember I said you can upload some nice photos or whatever. Oh, maybe they weren't uploading for me earlier. You can upload some photos. I can tell you where you can get more photos, but they have a nice amount of photos here that you can use to create awesome pictures. I think it's pretty neat because it's just more eye-popping and stuff like that. I love it. In fact, I think doing this video is good for me now because I'm looking at some of these photos like it's pretty cool. What I do to search for photos, I go to a website, give you that, pexels.com, PEXELS.com, right? And I go and search. So use this at your own risk. Some people don't like it, that's especially people that are in business, because you have copyright laws and stuff like that. However, it's supposed to be free downloads for you. You just have to give credit to Pexels that you're using it. So basically, if you wanted a, let's see, let me get creative. Roller coaster. I don't know if anything will come up for roller coaster. That's really awkward. Boom, I got some roller coaster pictures. What they'll do is have all the free roller coaster pictures up here for you. Like maybe you're having a day out at the park for the church community or an event for your team. You can go out there and find some roller coaster pictures. And for the pictures that don't really show up on here, at the bottom, or not don't show up, but if they have paid pictures, they'll show up at the bottom here. Excuse me, something is in my face. All right, that's pexels.com. It's a good tool to use alongside with Canva. Let me close some of this stuff out because I have a ton of windows. All right, you got logo maker. All right, cool. So you go get your free pictures if you want. All right, let me scroll back up the top. Remember, we're still on elements, so they got different elements. I can click on it again to collapse it back. The grids. So the grids is something I really still don't use. You can change different grids. Basically, if you want 3 different photos here, you can do that. I'm not going to go too deep into that. But that's there if you need to use it. You got the frames, which I really like. Okay, I really do like the frames because internet marketing is cool to be able to market yourself, your brands, maybe you're co-hosting with somebody. And I like to use the circle frame. However, they have all different types of frames here. So I can literally add a frame, just click on it to add a frame here. And what it's going to allow me to do, this isn't saying because it's going to mess up my design, but what is it going to allow me to do is to easily drag a photo in there, and the photo will break down in that design. And I'll just put 2 in here so you can see the difference. I'll go ahead and, did I pass my favorite one? I'll go ahead and find my favorite one to use real quick, which is a simple round circle. I think it's this one here. I'll click on that just so you can see what it is that it's doing. I'm going to go to my uploads, grab a couple of my selfies and drag it in there. So if I'm at my uploads right now, let me go to the top. All right. So let's just get this selfie here. I just drag and drop it to that. And then boom, it's like a cool digital picture frame, right? You don't have to go out and get the collage with all the little shapes on there. You got it digitally. It's pretty cool. And then let's see what happens with this one once I put it here. That's almost pretty dope. I don't know. I think it'll make some really good designs. I think I'm going to be falling in love with Canva again. I don't know that I would use this on any of my website content, but pretty cool. If I want to get rid of the picture, I could just delete it. Just click on it, delete button. Pretty cool. Want to get rid of the frame, click on it, delete it. Click on it, delete it. It's like what you see is what you get, right? It's real easy. So back to elements. All right. Alright, so we went on frame. Shapes is pretty cool because it helps you create really cool designs. So if you struggle with designing something, you want to add some designs, you want to do it by yourself, work with some shapes because they'll definitely be able to help you design. And you don't have to, just a second. Alright, so had to work something out with the Apple people. Didn't work out too well. I was trying to get my internet faster. So you can see it's like nighttime here. I'm like white and shiny Casper. The shapes. What I was getting into, the good thing about the shapes is that you don't literally have to use them for what they are. So if I wanted to add a shape in here, hopefully add it. There we go. A lot of times you don't have to like put them in there and make like a shape triangle somewhere. You can use parts of the shape to create designs and drag it off of the picture. So like if you wanted to create a nice design with a triangle poking out to just give it, you know, different colors or whatever, you can do that. That's why I like shapes. You got all different types of shapes in here that'll probably give you a nice, like you can have the option to turn those shapes around. And you see my brand color. Normally these come in the same color as they appear over here on the left. But since my brand color is blue and orange, it came out blue. But literally you can take this shape and, you know, that looks just like a triangle too. But you can take this shape and rearrange it how you see fit. I'm going to delete this. But the shapes you can use for however you want. They got cute little badges and stuff. These are some nice shapes too. So just go ahead and play with those different shapes. As I'm seeing stuff as I go, I'm going to test it out a little bit. But nope, I'm not going to do it with this one. I'm not going to do it with this one. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. All right, so those are the shapes. And oh, actually, I am going to do something while I'm here. So this is one of the shapes that I like to use here. I'm going to go and possibly use the round shape. As you can see right now, the text in the back of, on top of this background is really hard to see, right? One of the things that you can use in a lot of your designs, if you want to use like busy backgrounds, is that you can put those shapes there and use it to your advantage in order to see that text, right? I was supposed to get to this part later, but I'm going to just go over it a little bit right now. Here in the top right hand corner, if I click on the background, you see that it kind of goes away and it comes back when I click again. Now this is the background, but when I click on the shape, all of this stuff changes because I'm editing that shape. So like literally if I want to change the color, I click over here to change the color. I can do white, or I could pick something for my brand color. I don't know if orange is going to look right. I might regret this. Let's see. And I can take this transparency button and make it transparent so you can see through it. And then what I can do so that it becomes even more clearer is I can arrange this shape and send it to the back of the text. So I can arrange send back, and send back again because I have two different texts, right? I'm going to send it back again to bring up that text. So as you can see, it's a little bit easier to read. I can arrange, adjust this accordingly. It's really pretty easy to move things around here. As you can see, just drag and drop, kind of center. You have the lines that appear. I don't even know if you can see them, but like when I grab this orange and I start moving it around, you see lines. There's one going right down the center to kind of say, hey, cool, this text is centered to the background. It might be centered with the text actually, because that don't look centered with the background. I think this is, I don't know what this is. That doesn't look centered to me. I think this is centered. Here, this is hopefully centered. But you see how it reads a little bit better. And it gives it a cool, clean look. You can mess with the transparency, to see what looks better. You could also mess with the color. So maybe the blue color, I don't really like it. It makes it harder. The orange makes it a little bit better. Let's see with a white. A white is cool too. But you can see how much easier that looks. That looks to read. So if you had something you were designing and had to have text on there, you just want to have a cool background, that's the way that you can get the text to pop out more, and you're able to read it. All right, so let's go on to lines. Lines is simple. I'm going to breeze through this one real quick. You can literally go here and add some lines. I like things simple, right? So if I was designing this, I wouldn't probably add any lines to it. But you can add some cool stuff to it if you want. Maybe you're a better designer than I am. A lot of this stuff, I don't like the fact that it doesn't allow you to move it on every single, like on the sides, horizontally and vertically. It's like once you grab a corner, it moves like huge, and that's why it's hard to use some of these. But some of them adjust accordingly and some of them don't. So like some of them stay the same width when you adjust the size, and some of them don't. So you just have to play around with them. I'm just going to delete this here. I think I moved some stuff by accident, but it's all good. But the lines are pretty cool. Here's another one. Woo! Getting tired. Nighttime. Want to go night-night? I don't know how many people see all that comedy, but here is a line, just a regular straight line. Let's see what happens. It gets a little bit thicker. But let's see what happens if I just pull the corner. It stays the same thickness. So as you can see, like you can mess with different lines to see what best fits your design. I'm going to delete lines. I don't want lines on here. I actually think it's cool for whatever you want to promote right now. All right, so those are lines. And I didn't mean to click on that. All right, illustrations, I don't mess with too much. But you got the option to pick illustrations. Simple as that. You can put them in your design. You got, let's see here, icons. Pretty cool if you wanted to add some different icons depending on the type of design you have. So some designs wouldn't look right with some backgrounds. They got all types of stuff. All right, a lot of stuff, right? A lot of stuff. Something cool that they have are charts. I think they look really clean. So if you have something that would look good with a chart, you could add the chart there. You can design it. Like, I just think these charts, these colors are popping, and the charts look really clean in the background. But I thought that was pretty cool if you were showing some metrics for your business or your community, whatever it may be that you're doing. But I just thought it was cool. I'll show you that, but I don't use it. But I want to find something to use a chart for, right? All right, so they have different charts there. And then I don't know what the I Love Canva is actually. Let's click on it to see. I Love Canva. Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. I don't love Canva that much though. No, but really, this is pretty cool. I don't know why you use it, but if you had to, it's pretty cool. It's cute. Let's see here. All right, so we went over this stuff here, but you may be thinking like, this is a lot of crap. How am I going to find it? Literally go here and let's say hammer. I think hammer is a creative word that I just created by myself, but you see all the hammers coming up, right? So either, what is that? Oh, like a picture. Okay, it's the tool belt. To illustrations, to icons, all that stuff we just went through. Whatever is tagged as a hammer will appear here, and you can scroll down there to see if you can find a picture that fits whatever you're marketing. So I think it's pretty cool. All right, so let's go back over here to the text. If you want to start editing, once you click on the text, you see you have this bar up here that you can change the font. So maybe you want a this is not creative at all. What is it called? Let's see, I can't even think of the name of it. I can't think of the name of the font. Oh well, I'll save my non-creativeness for something another day. You want to create a different font, you just click on it, as simple as that. Obviously the size will have to change depending on what you click on. Let's go ahead and be creative. I love Canva. And I was obviously being sarcastic with the creativity comment. Alright, cool. Kind of center it. Even change the color if you choose. I just clicked in there, Control A. Here's where I will change the color. I change it to orange. To my brand colors. You can do the same for the bottom of this, right? This is actually pretty hard to see. Let's try the blue. Boom. All right. So that's pretty much the font. You change the size, color. You can bold it. One thing that's pretty cool is that, let's say I just wanted to make this orange. Canva allows you to just make partial words in the setting orange. I think that's pretty cool. It doesn't look that great on here, but I've made some ones that were actually very fitting to change the colors and stuff. Another good note is that Control Z works good for Canva. Control Z. Oh. It's an undo shortcut that you click on your keyboard for those that don't know. And it'll undo your last change. And you can just do undo again. Oh, maybe I didn't make a big change. Undo again. And now I'm back at orange, right? So redo is up here at the top. I'm just going to redo that back to blue. All right. So that's pretty much it for this. You got some space and stuff. I never really mess with that. Each item you click on, you get different options up here. Obviously, this is different. We went over the arrangement, like to arrange something to the front, take it to the back. The link is a good option to use if you're going to create a PDF. In case you don't know, you can create a PDF in Canva, and once you create a link, you download it. The link will work in that PDF. It's pretty cool, pretty dope. It's very good for, you know, digital marketing and stuff like that. So, all right. What else? File, save. I highly recommend that before you download, we'll go over how to download it, that you save it. Because I have times where I try to save my design, not save it, I try to download my design, but however, it didn't save in the system. So like Canva didn't save my last edit, right? And so it downloaded the last saved edit, which wasn't the you know, content that I wanted to download. So make sure you just save it there. You can resize it. I never use it, but it's just options. For instance, say you did not Google the size of something like I told you should, and you go out and create the wrong size, and you just put all this work in there. You can resize your photo there. Undo, redo, we just went through there. Help, you can go through there, find some content if you had to. I never once had to go and help. So you should be good. Unless you want to do like upgrade options, definitely go in there, look around. This little notification saying all changes have been saved. You can share it like we talked about in the homepage area. You can share it with people simply by opening it up, putting their email address in there, and you can tell whether they can edit it, just view it. And then once you share it, they'll be able to log into Canva on their end, on their computer, and then they'll be able to go in there and mess with it. So only give it to people who you don't mind having access, because if they decide to go in there and mess up your work, then you're going to be mad, right? Unless you can't design, then you probably be all right. And once you download it, right? Oh, you can make it public and not public, I guess. For people to see, you can make it public. But once you download it, you just click the download button. You say what type of file. Maybe you had you're uploading to a website platform that only really likes JPEGs or whatever, so you can change it, which one, JPEG or PNG. You can say, okay, I want a PDF, right? So if you do a PDF, it'll basically download a PDF for you. So, all right, you just click the download. In fact, let's just go ahead. I got PNG. You hit the download. It's going to download it for me. It's like, ooh, hold tight. I'm going to create your awesome content. Mine wasn't really awesome, but that's what it's saying. And you can email yourself a copy as well. I used to do this in the beginning just so I could have it on my phone. But now I don't do it anymore. But you can actually put your email in there, and then once it downloads, you can go and use your picture for whatever you want to. All right, so my voice is trying to hold on by a string, guys. I was in a car singing Michael Jackson on the way home from like a 15-hour road trip, so my voice is struggling right now. I should have thought about this video before I shot it. All right, so after you downloaded, I wanted to go over the canvas a little bit with you. Say, for instance, you want to create the same. Come on, let's go. Say, for instance, you want to create the same design, maybe have different content, maybe 5 times, who knows. You have an option to copy this here. Boop, you can copy it. So cool, right? And then you can edit it from there, so you don't have to create all that work. So if you do have a project where you're going to create multiple of the similar, you know, designs, but you don't want to do a whole bunch of work over and over again, you just simply copy and paste. This is something that saves me a ton of time. I think you could do about 30 of these before it makes you delete it outside of this area, because you can easily go and create other designs and in Canva. But in this particular canvas, I guess you want to keep it down to 30. If not, you'll have to start deleting some in order to copy some more. If you want to create another blank page, you can just hit add a page and then add a page with that background. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. Want to check it out? Let me just change this color before I show you. Nothing fancy, but I just want to show you real quick. You want to check out your work. You like, oh, this is amazing. You just click on this here. I don't know if you can see this right now because I can't see myself. So hopefully you can see it, but I don't think you can. But it's a play button that I just clicked on that I can see the background, the stuff that I just created. And in case you can't see it, this is actually a little bit grainy. So it probably would not appear well on different sites because it is kind of grainy. You know, it's like a focus background, but it's still a little pixelated. So that's a little show. Let me check my phone to see if I covered everything. I want to check and see if I was perfect. All right, so text, uploads, canvas, editing bar, blah, 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 blah. All right, cool. Let's go to marketing these this content. So I'm going to go over something real quick. It's not going to be too in-depth, but it's definitely helpful if you don't have marketing skills. And you're going to need marketing skills if you want to market whatever it is you're selling or communicating to your audience or whatever it may be. You want to definitely make sure you don't just take your picture and post it on the internet. or like Facebook or your social media sites or just your website, right? Because people are not going to know what you want them to do. People are probably going to look. They may like it if you are able to create a really cool image. They may respond slightly to it. But I'm in internet marketing, and so if I created something like this, and I put learn how to generate 5 leads a day on the internet, right? People will probably like it and like, oh, that's cool, whatever. But for some reason, some type of psychological thing, some psychology, you have to tell people what to do. So once you're marketing this on your Facebook, you have to be like, check out this, check out a way that you can create 5 leads a day on Facebook, right? And you have to tell them to click a link, right? Because there's no link to the picture, but you would put that link into their Facebook page, and you would tell them to click the link to whatever it is that you have going on, or inbox you, because your call to action may not be to a website. It may be to your to get with you and talk to you about whatever you got going on. Or the call to action may be to comment below asking more information so that you can get to that person. Now, as simple as that sounds, a lot of people don't do it, and that's why I call it a bonus video. People that don't have those marketing skills, you think that automatically people are going to do what is logical in order to get that information. And sometimes, even if they are really interested in learning how to do the same thing that you're posting, they might not ask you unless you tell them what to do. It's like you have to tell people what to do. And if you ever want more marketing training or anything like that, definitely click the link at the top of the description of this video so that you can get more marketing training. And we also do things like how to build a website, right? So the pictures are just a small thing, but maybe you need to find out how you can build a website for your business. And I'll show you a system that I'm using that is helping me and other business owners build our businesses online using the power of the internet. And going back to your post, you want to make sure you just don't post it without any call to action. You want to make sure you tell somebody what to do. Actually, we had a call or a mastermind the other day, and I thought something was pretty cool. Just a second. It's not water, so hopefully I don't be belching this Sprite. We had a call, a mastermind, and one of our leaders brought up a really cool thing about curiosity posts. So a curiosity post is like something that you can get somebody to be curious about, right? However, people, especially in internet marketing, network marketing, they tend to add a call to action at the end of a curiosity post. But now it becomes a sales post, right? It almost make it feel like a sales post, right? So if I was in the weight loss industry and I wanted to post a picture of like some weight loss results, and I designed it on Canva and I wanted to post it up, one, I don't want to just post it without saying anything about it. People might like it and be like, oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, you know, a few people might say, how did you do this, right? But you really want to say, you know, man, it's amazing how quickly this green tea or this green juice works, and has helped me become healthier in my life, blah, blah, blah. And you don't put a call to action. You don't say, you know, click the link below in order to find out what it is, or basically you don't want to put a comment below if you want more information, because it kind of just transitions to a cool curiosity to like, they're just trying to sell something. I'm like, I need bloopers in this video. They're trying to sell something, right? And which ultimately you want to attract people to sell something, to perform a business, but you want to make sure that it's a comfortable setting and you'll get more results. So I'm pretty sure just posting it to Facebook might get some results. I'm pretty sure posting it to Facebook and telling people how awesome it is with a call to action will get some results, but the curiosity will probably get more results because they want to know what it is that you're doing, right? And so that's all I have for your bonus video. I think I gave you all my bonuses that I had lined up for you. You learn about logo maker, pixels, and like cool posting videos or posting strategies. So if you have a struggle with getting interaction on your Facebook posts, then definitely check that out. But this is Robin Williams from therealrobinwilliams.com. My voice is out, right? I'm struggling. Hopefully you got some value. Hopefully you know how to use Canva. Definitely leave a comment at the bottom of this video, and like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. All right, I had to make sure I had the right thing. And definitely click the link at the top of the description if you're interested in learning how you can build your business online using the power of the internet. This is Robin Williams from therealrobinwilliams.com. See you on the top.